Today we're going to talk about life as a blind couple. Hi everyone, I'm Carrie from Live Accessible, and here with me today is my husband, Pablo.
Hi everybody.
And today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have a little sit-down chat about life being a blind couple. If you haven't seen our trailer video, I am legally blind with aniridia, which is the underdevelopment of the iris, which pretty much makes everything really blurry, and I have to hold things up really close and basically touching my face. And my husband, Pablo, is totally blind. So tell them about that.
Well, I used to be sighted before until my 26 years old. That is when I lost my sight due to a medical mistake in my original country. I am from Venezuela. Since my problem started because I was very sick with my kidneys. In the medical treatment, they put overdose of a medication. This medication destroyed my retinas quickly, in something like a couple of hours. So my change was pretty fast, like being fully sighted to be totally blind in just a couple of hours. Since that, well, my life changed, but I'm here. I'm happy.
So let's get into the topic. And we're going to cover dating and relationships, transportation, working, shopping, reading, cooking and cleaning, and home maintenance. And if there's anything that you guys are curious about that we don't cover, make sure to leave that in the comments below, and we can always make a second video or even a Q&A video in the future. So first, let's talk about dating and relationships. And both of us are blind, but it's not like we set out to find another blind person.
Yeah, really, actually, Carrie is the first person that I have been dating that is visually impaired. All people that I have met before have been sighted.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different people that marry sighted people or a relationship with them, like my mom and my dad. My dad is totally blind and my mom is sighted. Or Matt and Corey from Blind to Billionaire, and they actually did a video talking a little bit about this, and we'll leave links in the description for you guys if you want to check that out. But there are other people who date and marry blind people as well.
Yeah, the relationship should not be about I'm going to choose somebody that is sighted, or I'm going to choose somebody who is visually impaired. A relationship based in this kind of things it's not a good beginning, because it's like I'm going to date somebody who is Asian, or I'm going to date somebody who is Latino. It should not be like that, because we should be with somebody who match us well, regardless blind, race, money, or many other aspects that really doesn't make a couple.
Yeah, it should never be about how much sight they have or don't have, and be about the person who they really are.
Yeah, and the relationships always is going to be weaknesses and strengths in both sides.
I think we complement each other.
Yeah, we complement pretty well. Carrie is able to do certain things. For example, she helps me with my English, and I help her opening bottles and cans. So we help each other pretty well. Not really. It's everything should be a match and a balance, more than being blind or sighted.
He does a lot more than that, everybody. He's a really great husband.
You are a very good wife, too.
But really, look for somebody because of who they are, not because of what their sight is.
Yeah, your target of selection should not be the sight of somebody else. It should be many other important things. You can get married with somebody who is sighted. If tomorrow what happened if that person lose their sight, are you going to stop loving that person? No, right? So you should base your relationship basically in what you feel, how you match with that person.
Yep. But because we are blind, we really understand each other, because we both struggle with similar things. Say I tell Pablo that I can't see something, or he asks me for a description of something that's really visual. We understand each other and we know where each other is coming from. It helps with patience and understanding. And yeah, we're human, so it doesn't completely make us perfect with our patience, but it really does help.
Yeah. For example, when I'm talking to somebody who is sighted about accessibility problems that I face when I am navigating on a website or trying to read a book, it's very difficult to make a sighted person understand that something that they can see is not accessible. With Carrie, she understands all these issues quickly and she's able to help me. She understands what is my point of view. So it's in this case we have a very good integration. We are able to understand the needs of each other very well and very easily.
Also, another thing is that since I've met Pablo, I've become a lot more independent. To tell you a little bit of my background, I'm legally blind and my sister is legally blind. My dad is totally blind and my brother is deaf. And so my mom was the only sighted person at home when we were growing up. And, she would help everybody. And so we would just kind of depend on mom. And since I've met Pablo and we've been living and married together, we've had to kind of do things on our own. And I had to kind of come out of my shell a little bit and figure out ways of doing things so that we can do it independently.
I am not very shy when I need help, not really. This is something that I have learned here. When you go to a store, they want your money. They don't care how you look, and just they care about your money. See, if they want your money, well, they need to help you to be able to expend your money, right? So, well, I do the same thing always. When I go to a store, I just look for help. And I do the same thing everywhere where I go. If I need help, I just ask for help. I don't feel shy at all because I have something that they want from me. Okay, they need to win it.
No, Pablo isn't shy at all. And when we first met, coming from a kind of Asian culture, it was a little bit difficult at first because he would just yell out and go into the store and say, "Hey, I need somebody to help me," and I'm like, "Ah!" I'm gonna hide in the corner, hide behind him because I don't know. I always depended on my mom, or I would try to figure it out myself, even if it added 2 hours to the shopping trip or whatever. But now that we're together, I'm a little bit more open. When I do need help, I can just go up to somebody and ask them, "Hey, could you help me out with this?"
Yeah, I think the part of the issue with me is that in my family, my whole family, I am the only blind person. Nobody else in my family is blind. So I am the only one who has been blind. At the beginning, when I lost my sight, my parents tried to overprotect me a little bit, and I am allergic to that. So what I did after I lost my sight, 6 months after, I ran away from my parents' home. And I moved by myself to Miami. Well, I found a job there. I was working as a part-time. I was learning a lot of things. So it's when I started by myself to try to be independent. And I started to be living by myself. Later, I moved here. I found a job. And it's when I met Carrie.
So the next topic is transportation, and we use Uber a lot. We were kind of late discovering it, but once we did, it changed our life a lot. We used to use the paratransit, but that has its positives and negatives, huh? Right?
Yeah, more negatives than positives. Yeah.
And also we asked friends and family, and we did use taxis. But once we found out about Uber, now we can go anywhere we want, pretty much.
Yeah, Uber has a lot of advantages. So to give you a little summary of all of them. First, it's cheaper than a taxi. It's a lot of times cheaper.
Lot.
I remember the first time that I took Uber from work to here. I pay a half than what I used to pay. You are also able to see how far they are. You can see normally it's 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. So a taxi you have to wait a longer time. You are able.
And then they say that we'll be there in 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes later, where are you? And then they're like, oh, we're almost there, and then an hour later, you're still waiting.
Yeah, it's not very reliable, the taxi services. At least here where we live, it's not very reliable.
We don't live in a city, and not in a big city. We found out about Uber through our friends who are also both blind, and when they told me about it at first, I was like, ooh, getting into a stranger's car, that's really weird. Right?
And adding the credit card there too.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, it was weird, yeah.
But now it's pretty normal.
Yeah, we
it's
don't
really
use it
easy and
it's a good service. I really like it.
and then, because we don't have a car, we don't have to pay for car insurance or car payments or gas or maintenance, anything like that. So it ends up being cheaper for us.
Yeah, if you are somebody who has to go out so often, probably you need to find cheaper solutions. But if you are somebody who goes out a few times per week, it's a lot of times cheaper. Uber is a lot of times cheaper.
Yeah. On the topic of working, I used to work at a low vision center where I met a lot of people from a lot of different walks of life, old, young, middle-aged, and some were blind at birth or some were losing their sight, and so I got to pair them up with the low vision aids that they need or the assistive technology that they need or that they wanted, and just let them know about any free services, all that kind of things. And I also got to play with a lot of the assistive technology gadgets, and we had a lot of vendors who used to come and showcase their new products, and so that was a lot of fun. And that's one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel, because both of us love technology and we use it so much for accessibility reasons, so we want to share that with all of you guys. But now I am a very, very, very proud and happy stay-at-home mom with our little boy who is 2, and we plan to homeschool him. And it was just too much in cost of transportation and childcare that my salary wasn't worth that. And anyway, no matter how much money I would have gotten or whatever, I would still choose to be with my son because it's just a precious time and I just love him so much.
Yeah. Well, I work in the area of human resources, as in the area of training. I am taking care of training blind people or people with visual impairment that are applying for positions of upper mobility. So I have been training people with iPhones, even with Android phone. I used a Pixel before, until last year really. Now I use an iPhone.
He still uses his Pixel.
I still use my
sometimes.
Pixel, yeah. When I get mad with iPhone, I move back to Pixel. I change the SIM card. Well, I have been training people with the iPhone, with the Pixel, with the Office Suite on Windows, JAWS, NVDA, and ZoomText. I also work with this software. Finding a job being visually impaired or blind is harder than without these disabilities. But really what can give you an advantage is knowing how to use a computer, how Windows works, that is basically most employers are using today, what is the Office Suite, how to use it, Outlook, Excel. It is going to open a lot of doors for you guys, so be pending. Keep in mind that you need to learn of this kind of tools. We're looking for opportunities. You need to be very, very persistent, but you will see that it works.
So for shopping, we do a lot online. We use Shipt, which is a grocery delivery service, and we actually made a video about that, and I will link it below. And so you just order everything online on your phone, or it could be on a website, and then somebody goes out to the store and shops for you and then brings it back straight to your door. So I really like that service. We also use Amazon a lot. Yeah, we use Amazon a lot, right?
Yeah, we make a lot of online purchases through Amazon and Walmart.
And also there's Sam's and Costco, and you can order online, and then I just ask somebody to pick it up and bring it back here, or you could also use Uber. And also I use Uber sometimes to go to the grocery store, and I usually go to the one that I always go to because I've grown accustomed to going there, and so I know where pretty much everything that I buy is. And if there's something that I don't, I just ask customer service to help me find that, and then try to remember where which aisle and where that item is.
Yeah, sometimes Carrie asks me to buy stuff. This is a mission that I really don't like too much because it's a little bit difficult to match what she wants. I mean, picky. For example, sometimes I go in to buy coffee. You know how our men give me a coffee. We don't want to know what brand, toasted, medium toasted, bunches of choices. She remembers all of that. I asked her to send me a text message. Tell me exactly what you want, the brand and everything. And I just show my phone to the customer service people because I forget everything about that.
I'm not that picky.
a little bit.
When it comes to reading,
we both like technology a lot. So Carrie has an Android and I use an iPhone.
So for our sighted viewers, in case you don't know, iPhone and Android phones have a built-in feature where it can read everything on the screen for you, and also it has a screen magnifier that can zoom in and make everything bigger on the screen.
We use apps like Seeing AI, Envision AI, and KNFP Reader. Seeing AI as well, Envision AI, they are image recognition. They are able to recognize objects. And they also have the capability of OCR. However, for me and for Carrie, the better OCR is KNFP Reader. It works pretty well. It's very accurate. I like it a lot.
You just have to take a picture with your phone and it converts it so that a screen reader can read it for you.
Yeah, it's pretty usable. The other apps are pretty good to identify objects.
There's also Be My Eyes, which is a really great app which connects you to somebody sighted who can help you through the camera with anything that you need pretty much. And that's completely free.
Yeah, this image recognition software, most of them are free. KNFP Reader is not free, but sometimes they have
very good. A little bit expensive.
Sometimes they have very good prices, especially for the Android phone.
Sometimes you can get a really good sale like during Black Friday or holidays. We really like it because it's really, really fast and you can save documents and things like that. And we also have Kurzweil for the computer. It has a lot of more capabilities.
Yeah, it's more professional. Yeah. It's more advanced. I use it a lot for school. You are able to edit and create even Daisy books. It's a very good app. It's expensive, but it's very good, very powerful.
And we also, for reading books and things like that, we use Bard a lot, Bookshare, we use Audible or Kindle, and
I use also a voice dream reader. It's very good reading Daisy books.
And also, since I do have vision, I have a CCTV and some portable ones, but I also use my phone a lot to see things that are far away, like signs, or just if I need to read something really quick, like a medicine bottle, I'll just pull out my phone when it's just something small. But if it's a book or a really long document, I tend to use like KNFP Reader or a desktop magnifier. So the last topic for this video is cleaning, cooking, and home maintenance. And since I'm home, I do most of the cleaning and the cooking. And it just takes a lot of practice with cleaning. You have to really feel what you're doing. And Just do the best that you can do, and definitely really use that sense of touch, because sometimes even sighted people miss spots and they just visually see that everything looks okay, but once you touch it, there might be something sticking out there. And so it just takes a lot of practice and experience, and sometimes it's just asking somebody what you can improve or what spot you need to clean more. And I wouldn't necessarily ask somebody to clean it for me, but I will ask them, do you see anything that I need to clean?
Yeah, try. She likes to cook a lot. I really love her food. It's delicious.
But I like it when Pablo cooks.
Oh yeah, I just pick up the phone and call somebody to bring food home, or I take my phone and I use one of these apps like we will have like here in North Carolina. We have companies that deliver food from restaurants. Uber Eats. We have another one here in North
There's
Carolina.
something called DoorDash. Grubhub.
Grubhub. There is a lot of services also that you can use on your phone, your portable device to order food. And it comes directly from the restaurant. We use it. When I cook, I use it a lot.
Well, I like your cooking.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's
It's a
work
little
for
bit
me.
expensive, but it's good.
Also, Pablo does pretty much everything that we need in the home in way of home maintenance. Like, I don't know one end of a screw from the other. I don't know anything about that stuff. But he has all these tools and everything that, I mean, some of them I don't know the name of, much less what they do. And he has a lot of fun with that, right?
Yeah, I like tools. I used to work with tools when I was sighted a lot. So I enjoy it a lot.
Whenever there's something broken, little Pablo says, broken, Dada, fix it.
Yeah, he put me to fix things, and so I am always changing batteries in his toys, or fixing things, or moving things here, or screwing something on the wall, installing things. But it's something that I really enjoyed, and I have been doing that even being blind. I always have been working with tools. We hope that we were able to answer most questions that you might have. I would like that you keep in mind that if you are looking for a couple, you are looking for somebody, don't use standards as it should be a sighted person, it should be a blind person. It should be somebody that match with you, that you feel that understands you, that you feel that love you, and that you love that person. And if you are basing your guides in those targets, you are going to be in peace with yourself and in peace with your partner.
And if you guys have any other questions or any topics that you want us to cover, leave that in the comments below, and we can always do another video, right?
Yes, it would be a pleasure.
So that's it for this one. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe and hit the bell if you want to hear more of our story and our experiences and how to live accessible. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.